I mean, it's more than ever now very apparent that they are a publisher. They can deny it all they want. Big tech are publishers. It is the new town square. The internet is a part of human society now, and we have to accept that it isn't just some thing that everyone can enjoy. No, no, no. It's something that everybody is online. Everyone has a smartphone. Everyone is able to get on the internet, and the big platforms are the places that people convene and talk.
Yeah.
It's like we have to maintain some air of freedom of speech, freedom of communication. We need to be able to and not have someone manipulate it. And that's literally what they're doing. They are manipulating the way that we see other people's opinions. And it's so obvious, especially
Right.
now from what you've just told me. It's like it's beyond obvious. Like they are literally doing it and not even being quiet about it anymore. It's like they don't even care. They're just like, you know what, whatever. Ban these people because it's not the right think that we like, just get rid of them, whatever. They don't even
Yeah.
have to explain it to themselves anymore. They're just doing it. That's
No,
what blows
it's
me away.
yeah, they don't even care anymore. Like they really don't care. And the Facebook is a public square.
Yeah.
People are always like, oh, well, it's a private company. Yeah, I know, I understand it's a private company,
Right.
but in the last 10 years, the landscape of the internet has changed so much.
Exactly.
And you mentioned Section 230, and there's a guy named Jason Fick, FYK,
Okay.
and he has a lawsuit against the Supreme Court that should be heard in a couple months. We'll know by January 8th if they'll hear the his case. So what the issue at stake here is, whether Section 230 needs to be reinterpreted or repealed completely. So Jason Fick thinks that it can be reformed. That it's never been interpreted
Reformed.
by the Supreme Court. He thinks
Point.
that repealing it would be chaotic.
I
And
agree with that
so
because they can then literally they can just ban everyone, then anyone that they want without any recourse. I mean, they're basically doing that now, but if they don't have protections, then they will just ban everybody almost. And of course, if they ban everyone, then no one will be on their platform. So it's kind of a who really knows, but I think repeal is definitely, or not repeal, excuse me, reform is absolutely the way to go, because
yeah,
they need to be protected, but then we also need to be protected. And at the moment, only they are protected, and we don't have any protections. We're just like at the whim of whatever they say because they're a private company. It's like, sure, but
yeah,
as you said, it's like the landscape of how much internet has integrated into the human society, it's completely changed.
yeah.
In the past 20 years, especially, like even 10 years, yeah, it's been a drastic difference of how much the internet is a part of our lives. It's
Hmm.
crazy. It's crazy.
No, yeah, and Jason Fick's argument focuses on the difference between the publisher and a publisher.
Go on.
And basically, the courts in California have misinterpreted Section 230 and given additional protections to these companies, to big tech, so that the clause "in good faith" does not apply to these companies,
Hmm.
under certain circumstances. So that's the crux of his lawsuit. And it was so there was a case a couple months ago, Malwarebytes versus Enigma Software, and
Okay.
Clarence Thomas issued an opinion similar to Jason Fick's viewpoint on Section 230. So if you're nerdy and you like reading through briefs and Supreme Court briefs, Malwarebytes versus Enigma Software. And
Yeah.
but yeah, Jason Fick's he's a friend. I think we're all allies in this fight against Facebook. And it's not just conservatives. Like I identify more, as I would say more libertarian. But
Okay.
my friend Zach Voorhees, the Google whistleblower, he's a classic liberal. So it's I think there's other people involved who people from all political spectrums involved who are in this fight who realize that big tech's too big. So whether we fix 230 or whether we get rid of Facebook through antitrust, I think people realize that Facebook's a threat.
Yep. I mean, that's why how many times have they been in front of a Senate hearing this year? 3, 4 times or something? I don't
Yeah.
know, but clearly it's part of the discussion. Clearly, I mean, and then of course President Trump is as adamant that it needs to be repealed. I mean, I disagree with it, but the repeal part of it. But he actually went a step bigger. He started attacking the NDAA, the National Defense Act, which 230 is a part of, but then also the Smith-Mundt Act, which is in there, which is basically allows the media to shove propaganda down American citizens' ears. And I kind of was like, oh, you know what? It's interesting that he would go above Section 230 because that's really the key. It's that whole act shifted a lot of different things back in 2013 when it was signed in. It's a lot has changed from that point. And you look at the way Facebook has that power and Google has that power and Twitter even now. Twitter, because now Twitter's bigger than ever. And it's scary.
They just use Section 230 as a brand protection tool. Like
just a
literally.
shield.
So like 20 years ago, okay, they created the law, the Communications Decency Act in 1996 to protect children from the internet.
Right.
Do you really think the internet is safe for children?
No, definitely not. Absolutely not. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Any child could get on the internet and type in I don't know,
obscene things. Yeah.
Porn, you type it in and I'm sure anything will pop up. Or I mean, whatever. What do you not want a kid to see on the internet? That's probably on the top of the list, Yeah. So it's like, if they want to find something, they can find it. It's like the internet isn't like,
and I deleted that
open.
Stuff,
it's the internet. But it's not about the kids. It's about their parents that should be a part of their lives to teach them, about what the internet is. And, it's like teaching them how to go outside and like live life. It's part of life now. So it's on the parents to teach them, so, I get it, but I don't want the government deciding what our children can or cannot do. I would, when I have kids, which I plan on having children, I'm going to teach them everything I know. That's because that's what I want my kids. If I knew what I knew now when I was a child, I would be better off now as an adult. But I'm an adult. Here I am in life. You can't go backwards. You move forward. So I would teach my kids what I know, and that's what you should do. And it's not up to the government to teach my kids what they know, and I don't like that feeling.
And just one last thought here on Section 230 or on Facebook censorship before we talk about. We're going to talk about the election and
let's move on. Go ahead.
One last thing. So just so you know the priorities. So I was deleting like crazy stuff on the internet, like cartel videos, beheadings. Terrorism,
stuff that should be taken off these platforms.
Yeah. So they prioritize that, and that's important to take that stuff down, right? Okay.
Yeah.
But Greta Thunberg was a very high priority for Facebook, and also InfoWars was when they deleted InfoWars. It was an emergency update, so it just gives you what the priorities are like. So Greta Thunberg was is it Thunberg? Greta Thunberg.
We all know who you're talking about.
So she was being attacked online and being called retarded. So it's like retarded, Greta, retarded. Okay. So look, I respect her for her activism, what she does.
Yeah.
She's a minor. She's a public figure. She's putting herself out there. Okay, great. Kudos to you.
Yeah.
But as a minor, so Jojo Siwa, for example, is also a minor public figure. You can call minor public figures per the policy retarded. You can call them that. So Facebook made a special exception to delete retarded from Facebook, and they sent us like jobs, hundreds of jobs all week. So for an entire week, they had their AI like search the internet for that phrase and then fed it into our queues. It goes to show the priorities that Facebook has when there's all this bad stuff on the internet. They're focusing on people calling names towards a climate activist. So
because it was probably trending over those other things that you probably would have wanted to get rid of, like the beheadings or whatever that you were talking about. Funny enough, she actually just turned 18, I think yesterday or the day before. And did you see the tweet? Oh my gosh!
The evil handlers have.
I gotta bring it. I'm gonna read that. I gotta read this out for everyone right now because if you guys don't know, so Greta, she just turned I just got to go to her page because I don't know where I'm going to find
Yeah,
this.
I think I
All right,
have
so
it
she
bookmarked. Hang on.
turned 18 and she went nuts. Here it is right here. Okay. So
Okay.
let me just share my screen so everyone can see it here. All right. So this is her. She's giving a thumbs up. She's got a shirt that says Flat Mars Society. That alone is interesting because I don't know what that means. But here she says, "Thank you so much for all the well wishes on my 18th birthday. Tonight you will find me down at the local pub exposing all the dark secrets behind the climate and school strike conspiracy and my evil handlers who can no longer control me. I am free at last." What does that mean, Ryan? What do you think?
So, and we'll talk about Linwood's tweets here in a minute too. Talking
Yeah,
about strange tweets.
True.
This tweet.
Do you think it's a troll?
I
Do you
think
think
it's a
she's
troll.
trolling
I
everyone?
think it's a clever troll because people
Okay.
have been implying that she has these evil these handlers at least.
Yeah,
That she's being controlled. That she's just a puppet.
it's
And
true.
so I think
I've
it
been
is a
hearing that.
clever troll. I don't know what Flat Mars Society refers to. Maybe it's just like a playful attack on Flat Earth Society.
Yeah, maybe. Now that we mentioned that, I'm probably going to have a last time I just mentioned flat earth, all of a sudden there was a correction underneath my YouTube video saying actually flat earth is proven wrong and blah blah blah, some sort of weird fact check. I'm going to just check it
We're
right
not
now.
here to advocate. We're not here to advocate or discuss Flat Earth. We're here to talk about.
You never know.
Crazy.
No, okay. I just checked the video. We don't have a fact check below.
Okay, good.
But it wouldn't have surprised me. But anyway, enough about Greta. I definitely, it's good to see that side of things, how they prioritize, whatever they feel like they want prioritized, they can do it. That's really the core of that.